Hey there, happy Wednesday, Guardians. Hope everyone's having a good day. Today we will be talking about weapon crafting. So, one thing to note for weapon crafting is you can't craft weapons in Destiny 2 without completing the first few missions of the Witch Queen campaign, which is on Savathun's Throne World, which is here. I don't know if this has been updated. This might be outdated information, but as of right now, to my knowledge, you do have to complete the first couple missions of the campaign. So, what you want to do is go to Savathun's Throne World and then go to the Enclave after you've completed those missions. And it should take you through a tutorial during the Witch Queen. It actually shows you like how to do it, but the way they show you and like the amount of text pop-ups and add-ins, I remember it being kind of confusing for me. So if you figured it out from that, awesome. But if not, I'm just going to show you how to do it myself. So crafting is probably, if not my favorite, it's probably like in my top 3 things about Destiny 2. I love crafting weapons. I love taking RNG out of the picture entirely and just putting whatever perks and rolls and masterworks and all these awesome stuff on my weapons, right? So the way this works, so you're going to approach here. So you have shape and reshape. Now to shape a weapon, which is craft a weapon, you have to have a certain amount of patterns. So let me show you that here first. So if you go to collections and then patterns, and you can see more about this in my character inventory, the character screen guide. But essentially, most weapons require 5 patterns. So patterns, you'll hear patterns or red borders. Those are interchangeable. They mean the same thing. But weapons have a random chance to drop with a red border. And if you get a weapon with a red border, you'll notice it because it literally has a red border on it. But you can go to the weapon, inspect it, and then there should be another option here. And then you highlight it like this, and then it'll say extract red border. So that gives you one of the possible 5 patterns for that weapon. You can also dismantle a weapon. That'll also give you the pattern if it's a red border, but you don't have to dismantle it. You can just extract it. So yeah, so here's the shape menu. So I'm actually going to craft this bow because I just got this. This is from the raid. This is a super cool arc bow. So yeah, you go to shape and then you click on what you want. So obviously the grayed out ones are ones I don't have patterns for, right? And the non-grayed ones are the ones I do. So I'm going to craft this bow. It's a cool arc bow. So first you select your frame. So I'll talk about levels in a second, but right now you have limited options. So I'm just gonna make a base bow with, because a lot of these are locked until a certain level, like explosive head requires level 8, for example. And then I craft it, and you see it costs glimmer and some enhancement cores. It'll tell you all the stats, tell you the recoil direction, draw time, and it should craft the weapon at your current power, which is nice. You don't need to infuse it with anything. So first things first is we craft it. Alright, we have our crafted weapon. So now what do we do? So these perks are trash. So what we're going to do first is we're going to level up the weapon. It costs glimmer and enhancement cores. I believe this change was added in Lightfall, but previously you could not level up a crafted weapon like this. You had to actually go out and get kills, and it was extremely tedious and honestly just not a lot of fun. So I am glad they got rid of that. I'm going to put mine to 20 just because, but you don't have to do that high. I already know what I want on this roll. So now we are going to put the perks that I want. So first things first is make sure you are not equipping the weapon that you want to reshape. If it's in your like equipped weapons, you can't do it. Also, you can't lock it, so make sure it's unlocked. And then we're going to go back here. We're going to go to reshape, and then bows, and then there you go. See, it's right there. So I'm going to go to reshape. So I can now put, so this is the base frame, but I can put some masterworks on it. So handling, draw time, stability, reload speed. I'm honestly not the expert on like what the best masterwork for a bow is. I'm definitely not the guy to ask about that. I'm just going to put handling on it for now, for swapping, and draw time distance, or draw time speed. So for here, we're going to go with, I'll just go with anything. I'll look at what I want specifically later. I'm more worried about this column though. So I'm going to go with Bolt Shot, and these are enhanced, which I'll explain in a second. And then I will do probably Archer's Tempo. Let's do Dragonfly, sounds cool. We'll do Dragonfly. I'm not sure about this, so I'm not going to enhance it. So the way that the crafted stuff works is you upgrade your level for the weapon, and then you can unlock like higher level perks. But the shiny gold ones, so these are enhanced perks. So these cost more, but they give you an added benefit. So for example, so I could have put regular Volt Shot on here, which is right here. So Volt Shot says reloading this weapon after defeating a target overcharges this weapon for a short period of time, causing you to jolt on its next hit. And jolt is a verb or noun or whatever for arc. So that gives me like arc synergy with my arc subclasses. But I gave it enhanced Volt Shot, so this basically allows me to hold the volt charge or the jolt charge for longer, which is cool. But it does cost more. So this costs ascendant alloys as well as prisms. You can see the difference there. And then I'm going to shape this. And there we go. I now have a Volt Shot bow, which is super cool because the way Volt Shot works is it's after every reload, and a bow is reloaded constantly because you're always drawing another arrow. So that's pretty cool. I can lock this if I want to. I can continue leveling it by getting kills. I can unlock it. I can put mementos on it. So mementos you get from doing playlists. So this is a Nightfall memento, so it's rare and you get it from Nightfalls. This is a Gambit memento. Memento you get it from Gambit. And then you also have like a Crucible one, but I don't play Crucible that much, so I don't have that one. And this will basically, if you get to that level, like see it says level 30 shader unlocked, you can put a special shader on it for the crafted weapons. So it should be up here. Yeah, so see how it says memento required? So certain shaders require a memento. So this green one is like a Gambit memento. This one is like a Vanguard memento. Yeah, long story short, crafting is awesome. It is very good. Highly recommend learning about crafting. If you have any questions or want me to break it down even further, let me know. But crafting is great. I pretty much do all of my weapons crafted. I don't think I really typically use any weapons that aren't craftable. It's just super good. There's even some exotics in here, like Outbreak Perfected and Revision 0. You gotta do some exotic quests for those. So they're a bit more complex with these ones. You can't just level it. You have to actually like unlock certain stuff. But for the most part, you can get patterns pretty easily by just doing activities, like seasonal or raids. And yeah, crafting. Hope you guys learned something new. If you didn't, that's okay as well. But yeah, thanks for checking me out. Appreciate it. See you later.